Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Michael Chitwood. I'm coming to you live from the Chitwood International Headquarters. I'm going to try to move back and forth to the cameras. We have 3 networks that is currently carrying this incredible broadcast for your personal finances. So if I'm not looking at your camera, please understand that I'm looking at another one, but I will try my best to rotate between the cameras. First of all, I'd like to say hello to each and every one of you this evening, this afternoon, and I would like to thank you for taking such a personal interest in this session that we're getting ready to have about your personal finances. Let me tell you a little bit about why we started this is because we've had so many requests. People everywhere seem to be highly in debt. They seem to have credit cards they can't pay. They seem to have credit cards that's charging them large amounts of interest. And I'm going to show you today how to get money to pay your credit card debt off. And I'm going to show you how that you can approach this new year and live the great year that you should live. You should not continue to live from year to year and not enjoy all of the benefits that's been afforded to us. There's a lot of benefits that you can have and that you can enjoy, but it's important for you to understand, it's important for you to understand that many of these benefits come because of things that you have to do. You're not just going to rub a stick and have a genie to pop out. You have to do certain things. So let's get started. I'd like to say hello, first of all, to a few of you. There's Belinda, there's Kelly, there's Mark, Debbie Booth. And if you want to take a minute to invite someone, you can, because what I'm going to share with you, I think, is going to be life-changing. There's Holy Springs. We've got, there's Deborah Neal, there's Laura Bush. We have a lot of people that are joining us this afternoon for this special broadcast. If you're interested in getting rid of your debt, and if you're interested in getting your bills where that you have some extra money left over, and you don't have to work yourself crazy. I mean, some of you need to learn to work smarter, not harder. So there's Judy Wilson. Hello, Donna Norquist there. Hello to you. Grab a pen and paper. There's Griffin. Hello, Griffin from Karen. There's Karen Cox and Regina. Thank you, Regina, for watching. Sherry Marsh from Alaska. We appreciate Sherry Marsh. She's a pastor up in Alaska, has a great church there, great singer, great actress. Terry Button, I just talked to Terry last week in our 100-day MC challenge. Her and her son Jonathan doing great. So thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. I want to talk to you about the things that we put up on the screen, because we want to live up to what we tell you that we are going. There's Daniel Miller, by the way, Patricia Blackwell, still many coming on. The numbers are just kind of jamming. If it's freezing on you, it's because there's just hundreds of thousands of people that is connected to this. I want to talk to you about your perfect wealth scenario, a strategic path to financial security, and also a perfect path strategically to how that you can get these bills paid off, because many people are just so encumbered with debt. I'm telling you the truth. From what the reports that we're receiving, we've had over 100,000 people to ask us to teach on personal finances. You know, we have the 100-day MC challenge going now, and that's going great, because that's the 100-day MC accumulated challenge. By the way, if you haven't joined that, you can still join that, because your 100-day starts when you join. So you can do that on megamichael.com after the broadcast. So it's important that you understand that this is something that we want to look at today, and we want to try to give you a few facts that will help you about able to take your life to a new level when we're talking about these personal finances. Now, let me talk to you first of all, since this is a 30-minute broadcast, and that's all we're going to do is 30 minutes. And by the way, you need to get used to that, because on the 30-minute broadcast, you have to understand that when we start this is going to be for 7 nights straight, and you get these books with it, by the way. Let me just show you the 7 Secrets to Unlimited Wealth. What it is, actually, it's 7 nights, 7 evenings of 30-minute broadcasts, and it deals with getting your personal finances in order and getting you out of debt. And that's one of the books that you'll get free. And then you'll also get the other book, which is called Financial Freedom, The Secrets That Others Just Won't Tell You. So these will be the 2 books that you'll get free of charge. They're free. There's no charge for them. And you'll have to do that, of course, on megamichael.com. Let me talk to you briefly about what we said we was going to talk to you about so we can keep our word. There's Higginbotham to Daniel Miller. Hello to all of you. I need to start the broadcast. I know you're wanting Patricia Moore, Debbie again, Daniel, and some of your names I can't pronounce, so I'm skipping them, not on purpose, but just because I can't pronounce them. I want to talk to you about debt. Now, debt is one of the worst 4-letter words in the English language. It's not the 4-letter words that some of you hear, although those words aren't nice words. But the main thing is that John Brown, the main thing is that you need to get your debt canceled and you need to get your debt gone, because your debt is getting higher and higher. So I want to talk to you about this 4-letter word, D-E-B-T. Debt is one of the worst 4-letter words in the English language. And I know people focus on other 4-letter words, and those words aren't nice, but this is a word that's really not nice. And I'll tell you the truth about it. Anytime that you have debt, it limits you on what you can be doing and what you should be doing. We have learned that almost 95% of the people have no retirement money, and we've learned that almost 90% of the people can't even make an $800 car repair if they had to, because they don't have $800 in reserve or in surplus. And it's been proven that most people's credit cards are maxed out. I don't know if that's you or not. I mean, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm trying to give you some history and some things, because I'm here to help you. I want to help you with this. But you have to understand that when you have debt, it is a bondage. It is a stress. It is a pressure on you to have to pay. Which bill am I going to pay this month? I'm going to pay this one $25. I'm going to pay this one here $30, and I'm going to pay this one over here $22, and this and that and so forth. You just go back and forth, and so debt becomes a real noose around your neck, so to speak. It becomes a real bondage. So I want to show you what I have practiced for my proteges for years, and it's one of the first things that we do. Now, for those of you that's taken the 100-day MC challenge, please understand that we haven't got to the wealth part yet. The phone calls that we did live coaching, I've got a whole list of live coaching on Monday. I mean, I think we've got 20 or 30 people that I'm going to be coaching live on Monday. You have to understand that through this process, what I'm going to be doing is taking a step at a time. Most of you last week wanted to talk about your fitness program, and it was good to start with that, but I'm getting ready to move to the wealth and the money to show you how to take your money to a whole new level. A lot of people have already gone through their savings, and they don't have any savings money. So I want to talk to you about debt. Now, in this program here, I have and that I'm going to be bringing this to you. Let me see if I can put this on the screen. Can everybody see that? How to eliminate debt quickly. Does everybody see that? And that's in this book right here, by the way. That's in this book here. I wanted to just show it to you because I think it's important for you to see that this is not something that we have just started. This is something that we've been practicing for years. All of our people here connected to the Chitwood organization, all of the people that are our proteges, 855,000, I think it is, that we have around the United States. And Debbie would know that number more than I would, but I believe it's about 850. But this is how to get out of debt quickly. Can somebody just put that word on the screen, quickly? How can you get out of debt quickly? How can you get out of debt quickly? Of course, it's by me. It's by me on the back. I just wanted to show you that this. Oh, here it is on the front. It's on the front here, Michael Chitwood. So I'm not reading from somebody's book. I'm reading. There you go. Thank you very much for putting that up there. Ruthie Adams, Roma Hamby, Red Song Rose, Marty, Mary, Lucy Gonzalez, Suzanne Cizek, all of you that's putting this up, Roseanne Brown, Karen Cox again. Thank you, Karen. Kim. Now, how to get out of debt quickly is a system that has been proven. Now, you want to know the results that we've had with this, as I'm reading from the book right here. 92% of the people that have taken this How to Get Out of Debt Quickly course has accomplished getting out of debt very quickly. Now, if you'll notice at the top up here that this one here happened in 8 months. This was an 8-month. This happened in 8 months. So I want to show you something here, and I want to teach you something on this subject. Now take this down, okay? You should be. There's Kim, there's Patrick. You should be taking notes. The How to Get Out of Debt Quickly system is a strategy that advocates the elimination of your debt. Now, you have to understand when we give you a new mindset, that you have to have, I can get you out of debt totally of everything. But it's like a man yesterday, I was in Richmond. I taught his big seminar up there yesterday in Richmond. He came up and he said, I want to hire you. And I said, well, you've got to make sure that you stick with me and stick with your program. You can't be switching back and forth. He said, oh no. He said, I've tried others and they just didn't work. And so I'm going with you. I said, fine. So this How to Get Out of Debt Quickly, and you put that word quickly on there, strategy advocates the elimination of your debt. It eliminates the elimination of your debt. Then the smallest debt is what we're going to focus on. And most people get that backwards. What they do is they want to focus on the largest debt. They want to focus on the largest debt first to get with it, but that's not the way that you do it. So this particular example here that I'm reading from, this man had 6 credit cards, and his monthly balance on these 6 credit cards ran like this. Listen, $260 was minimum balance. Then the next minimum balance was $120. The next minimum balance he had was $60. The next one that he had was $20. And, well, let's just stop there. Okay, so those are his credit card minimum payments. He has to make those minimum payments, or it goes into a default type thing. So now remember, they're still charging you interest. Okay, they're going to get their interest. They're a bunch of crooks when it comes to that. But you knew that, so really they're not crooks. They just took advantage of your situation. So instead of us focusing on that, what we did is I took this man. This is a true story. I took this man. Listen carefully. I took this man and I eliminated his 3 smallest debts. So here's what I told him. I said, we're going to stop paying on these other debts because we can knock this out in 4 months. So what we did is we took the money and we applied that to his 3 smallest debts. The 3 smallest debts. Everybody put up their smallest debt. I applied that to his smallest his smallest debt, the overall monthly credit card balance. All we're speaking about here is a strategic path to financial freedom. And all I'm speaking about here today is credit card debt, how to get you out of it there, okay? So watch this carefully. So we took that, and in 4 months, on the 4th month, we was able to eliminate 3 credit cards totally. 3 credit card balances are gone. They're knocked out. Now, that now only leaves him 3 credit cards. So the amounts that we were putting on those credit cards before, we took and added that amount, which wasn't a lot amount, it's like $20, but we added $60 for his 3 cards to the larger balance. Instead of paying the $320, we then were able to pay more on that debt. And we took that debt out. That debt was totally eliminated in 1 year and 3 months. So now we have him down to 2 credit cards. Now so far that's been a period of 4 months, and so we're working pretty good. So we took the next debt of $260, and we wanted to work on it. We had that one out in 1 year and 8 months. Now, you're not going to be able to snap your fingers and be out of debt. It took you a long time to get into it, and it's going to take you a while to get out of it. I'm trying to teach you how to get out of debt. So it's important that you understand that now we had him down to 2 credit cards. The good news about all of that is that within a small period of almost just a little bit under 2 years, I was going to say almost 2 years, but it was instead of it being 24 months, it was actually 22 months. In 22 months, now you say, well, that's a long time. Well, no, it's not, because you're already feeling better about yourself because you're eliminating credit card debt. The main thing is you're eliminating the interest because your credit card balance wasn't going down. It was staying the same. So who wants to keep paying something that never goes down? And if you've gotten into that mindset to do that, I want to just encourage you that you have the wrong mindset. your mindset is not doing any good because you'd say, oh, I made the monthly payment this month. You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? I want to get you out of debt, and I know how to do it. Now, when I start coaching you with the How to Get Out of Debt Quickly system, that's just your credit cards. And I'm going to show you how that you're not going to suffer a bit, how that it's going to be quick, how that I can eliminate these debts very, very quick. So it's important for us to understand that this is a strategy and gives you a financial path to financial freedom. In fact, if you remember correctly, one of the books that you're going to get says Financial Freedom. And at the bottom right here, it says, the secrets that others just don't want you to know. Let me assure you of something now, ladies and gentlemen, and my precious family. Let me assure you of something. The credit card companies do not want you out of debt. The credit card people want you. The credit card people want you to stay in debt because all you're doing is paying interest, and a high rate of interest at that. And you're never going to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish in life because you're always strapped for money. You're always strapped for money. That's one reason why that we issued the 100-day MC challenge, is because we want to challenge you to get out of debt. We want to challenge you to accumulate some wealth. We want to challenge you to correct your fitness problem, whatever it may be, if you feel like that you have one. See, it's not up to me to set your goals. It's up to you to set them, but it's up to me to make sure that you achieve them. And I'm just, and I don't know if you'll be totally honest because some of it's embarrassing, but how many of you feel like that you're strapped for money, that you never have enough money to any money left to do anything? If you do, would you just, we already have the statistics on it, so we already know, but if you feel like that you're strapped for money, and you'll be truthful, could you just put yes on the screen if you're strapped for money? And you feel like that you're working hard. Some of you are working 2 and 3 jobs. I met a lady last week, and she says she's having to work 3 jobs and she barely can see her kids when school is in. She said, I thank God for snow. So a lot of you are putting up, and there's no sense me reading the names, but a lot of you are putting up the fact that you're strapped for cash. My job is to get all of your bills paid off in a short period of time. Now, the good news about that is what we consider monthly coaching, where that we can keep you on track. That's one reason we wanted you to take the 100-day MC challenge on megamichael.com, is because we know that we're going to talk to you. I talked to a bunch of you last week. I mean, I don't know if you remembered or not, but I called a lot of you last week and did 30-minute coachings on the phone with you. This week, I'm booked Monday all day with our people that's taking the 100-day MC challenge. So our objective is, all we want to do is to show you that this can be done. Now, you're going to be able to receive these 2 books when you sign up for the course, 7 Secrets to Unlimited Wealth, and then you'll be able to receive this book, Financial Freedom, the secrets that others just won't tell you to do. And I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you will learn how to control your finances, and you'll learn how to handle money better. And let me say this, a lot of people have never been taught how to handle their money because their mother and daddy didn't have time to teach them, and they just didn't have an opportunity to learn how to handle money. See, it's all about being able to be taught something. It's being able to be taught something so that you can change your life. You should not be going through life with this debt hanging over you, just paying interest over and over and over. Anybody that enjoys that, I'd like for you just to be brave enough to put that on the screen and say, I love debt. I love paying all my interest to the credit card companies. They keep getting richer and richer, and you keep staying the same or maybe even going back. But most of you are staying, according to our statistics, it says that most people are more in debt now than they were 5 years ago. I mean, Laura Bush, it's a living hell, and she is exactly correct. When you're in debt, you are living in a living hell. You never have enough money. You have to sacrifice things that you'd love to do. You never get that spa day at the spa. And ladies, every one of you need to have a spa day at the spa. You need to be able to go to the spa at least once a week. My wife went once a week to the spa, and it made an incredible life for both of us, and she enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing her happy, and you need to have a spa day. You need to be able to go to the spa and let them pamper you all day long. I didn't understand it at first, but I just let her go. But I found out there were major benefits after she went. So therefore, it makes her feel better, it eliminates her stress. So therefore, you need to have a spa day. Somebody put up there that's a lady, a spa day. There's nothing wrong with you men going for a massage either. You can't have the things that you want to have and enjoy life. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that God created massage and spa? Do you think that God created where that you could have a relaxing life? I mean, God created all of this. I mean, he had to give somebody the brains to learn to go to school to do masseuse. He had to have a masseuse to do massage. I mean, so all of you ladies, you need to be able to enjoy life, but you can't, many of you can't because of your finances. Now, whether you want to admit this or not, and I know that we're blowing up over here on one of the networks over here. I'm sorry it's freezing up, but we have over 100,000 people that are connected to this today that's watching this, because what's happening is we're finding out that people are fed up with being broke. And I don't know. In fact, you probably should just put that up there as a testimony. I'm fed up with being broke. I'm fed up with being broke. You can't pay your bills on time. There are people always looking for you. When you go to the supermarket, you're looking to see if there's going to be some bill collector standing outside that's going to try to grab you. You work too much. I mean, you're working entirely too much. Now, you say, well, you work too. Yes, there you go. I'm fed up being Teresa's. I'm fed up Lauren. I'm fed up Neil. And I'll tell you what, you may not know this, but there's Terry and Donna, Donna Thompson, all of them are saying that they're just fed up. There's Casey Coleman. I probably said that wrong. Sorry, McGee. Stephanie, I'm fed up being broke. I mean, Anthony, David Alcrez, Patricia Moore. I mean, you're just fed up. People are just fed up with being broke. There's Ronnie. I mean, fed up being broke. One man says, I can't even buy groceries. I mean, you're fed up with being broke. And ladies and gentlemen, as long as you permit what you want in your life, it's going to be there. So you've got to get to the point that you hate debt so much that you want it gone forever. Your debt needs to be gone forever. And my time is coming quickly to a close, but I wanted to just encourage you and let you know that when we start these sessions, and they're going to be starting in about 30 days maybe we're getting it all together now. We didn't plan to do it, but look at this. It's taking a toll on my health. I mean, that's from my dear friend Judy down in there that has a husband, Gary. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is to teach you about money. It's going to be hard to do it in one session, but I can do it in 7. That's the reason why that we named it The 7 Secrets to Unlimited Wealth, and that's this right here, The 7 Secrets to Unlimited Wealth. Now, I'm going to show you in these new sessions that we're going to have, they're every evening for 7 days. That's all there are. 7 days is going to be for 30 minutes for 7 days. 7 days, 7 days. Well, I guess I should say 7 nights. It's 7 evenings for 30 minutes, and that's it. And I want you to get the 2 books. So if you take 7 times 30 minutes, you can see that that's going to be about 210 minutes. So it's going to be fast, and you need to have a pad and pen in your hand. And I think that you're going to find out that that's going to be something. Yeah, there's Jerry, there's Bob, Ruthie, or Ruth, not Ruthie, but Ruth, yeah. It looks like it, yeah. So what I want to do is I want you to have this opportunity to do that. Lucy Gonzalez, she just said she has these books. And so Pamela Henry, what I want to do, Pamela, I am ready for change. I'm fed up with having lack, never having enough. That's just the basics. There's nothing extra, no frills. Pamela, you're absolutely correct. I couldn't have said it any better, Pamela Henry. I want to commend you on putting up such an incredible paragraph almost of what it exemplifies, many of you out there. Now, let me say this to you. I've never lived like that. I've never had to. Our family was taught different than that. My dad even taught us that debt was a sin. Now, it's not. But my daddy taught us, all 4 of us, that he said, we don't have debt. He says, we don't pay interest. We don't pay finance charges. He says, if you want a brand new car, you save the money and then you go buy it. We had a man the other day that bought a big screen TV from Best Buy, and I think he paid $1,400 for it. And time he financed it, it turned out to be over $4,000. Ladies and gentlemen, what kind of nonsense is that? We have people that go to these cash and checks that they charge you big fees to cash your check. What kind of nonsense is that? Now, those people capitalized on the free market because they saw a need there. The need was that they knew that people was broke. And that's what my job is as your coach, is to get you from living in this life of what Pamela said just a moment ago, which was brilliantly put. And she says, I'm tired, no frills. She has basically nothing, no extra money to do this, to do that. And listen, that's not any kind of a life. You're working yourself crazy. You're working yourself many hours. And what is it that you're accomplishing in life? I mean, you're barely getting by, you're not making it, and that's not the way you want to live. And I'll tell you something else right now. You may not know this, but the number one thing for health is stress. Is stress. And so stress will kill you. It will kill you. You can't get your mind free from it. So the best thing to do is to get rid of your debt. And when you start to get paid to paycheck, not feeling well. Karen Cox, she says she lives from paycheck to paycheck and she's not feeling well. Karen, I want to change that. I know I can change that, and it doesn't take much sacrifice to do it. And I wouldn't be bringing something to you if it was going to hurt you. Now, it's going to help you, and it's going to show you, there's Pamela Gaddis, stress will kill you. She runs a big hospital up in South Carolina somewhere, so Pamela knows what stress will do to you. Also, you may know this, the stress is a marriage breaker. They say that more divorce is caused and generated by sex, not by a sexual incompatibility or even a incompatibility about the religion. In other words, they say that the number one thing that will always hurt a marriage and cause more divorce is stress. And that stress, they say, is generated from financial problems. People that have financial problems, if you go back and check, will have had more divorce with people with financial problems than any other reason. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is I want to give you the opportunity so that you can change what you're doing in your life and become financially well off. It's time that you do it. Now, I'm single, raising 2 grandchildren. Yeah, that's another problem. She's single, raising 2 grandkids. I don't know if you heard this or not, but when we go to the prison every Sunday at 4 o'clock, that's what we hear. There's 36 ladies in there, and most of those ladies have kids of ages 2, 3, 4, and 5 in that category, and their grandparents, their mother and father are raising the kids. And that's the reason we started the prison ministry up there, because we want these young ladies, when they get released, and the men to get released, to come to us for financial training to give them some hope. Anyway, beyond that, what I want to do is I want to show you how that you can do this and how that this can be fun to do it. Now, I do have something here that I want you to start doing. And I know that I want to talk to you about this real quick. It's in the book here, but I want to give it to you anyway. It's not that you're going to have to buy any books. The books are free. Now, you do understand that and I didn't develop this, but I put it in here. It's not really anybody's material, so it's not copyrighted. But I have the law of multiplication. Can somebody put that on the screen? The law of multiplication. And I apologize for this light screen, but what happens at this time of the day, I'm overlooking here at the Chitwood International Headquarters. I'm overlooking I-75. We're way up high on the sixth floor, so therefore fifth floor. So when I'm looking, the sun is starting to go to the west, of course, and so it's just bright. I'm going to get some drapes put up in there, so it's getting brighter and brighter. And I apologize for that. Now, I want to just show you how that you can wind up with, if you could do this, I tell you what, if you could just do it for 3 months, I won't ask you to do it for 4 months, because if you did it for 4 months, I can show you how that you could have $65,000, $535 in 4 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 months. Yeah, I'm reading from it right there. The law of multiplication. You see it? Let me show Facebook. Let me show Roku over here. Got it over there? The law of multiplication. How many of you would really be interested in having in 4 months? Now, you say, well, 4 months is a long time. No, it's not a long time. Whether you know it or not, January is just about gone in this year, and that's the reason why that we jumped on that with the 100-day MC challenge. And by the way, if you haven't enrolled in that, you ought to get over there and enroll in it. 100-day MC challenge at megamichael.com. How many of you would like to have $65,535 in 4 months? I'm going to wait for you to put an answer on that. How many would like to have 65,000? Look, there's nothing I can do, Tom. It's froze up. There's nothing I can do. Okay? There's nothing I can do. What do you want me to do? I was just talking to Tom because our system over here on this network is just froze up. I think there's 100-something thousand people over there on that system, on that network. So I'm glad that you're not frozen up. At least they've got probably the stuff to carry it. And if you don't want that, let me make it a little smaller. Let me make it a little easier. How many would just like to have $6,553.50? How many would like to have $6,553.50? Thank you, Janet. Thank you. How many would like to have that? $6,553.50. Well, nobody on Facebook wants it, but on Periscope, y'all sure are blowing it up. And that Roko's back now, so they're. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, they're way behind. I can see that. Yeah, they're way behind. So, yeah, $6,553, and I can show you how that you can have that and get that. Amy McCool, me. Okay, good. There's. Yeah, a lot of you need it. A lot of you need it. A lot of you need it. I'm going to show you how that you can have $6,553.50. Now, you say, okay, that's too much going to cost me too much money. Well, first, it doesn't cost you anything to me. The second thing is if that's too much, I can show you how, this is all in 4 months, by the way. In 4 months, how that you can have $276.75. That's a lot of money. As Brenda Spiderman says, yes. Janet says, you don't apply for this. This is what you do. This is you. You don't give. We're not selling anything on this. So this is the law of multiplication. Somebody type that on the screen that can type real good. The law of multiplication. Yeah, just ignore it. Just ignore it. Don't worry about it. Team. We have a team there, the Mega Michael Millionaire social media group there. Just ignore that. Yeah, the law. We're too into the flow now. We have too many people. We have I think it's over 175,000 people now. The law of multiplication. The law of multiplication. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if Facebook is just not moving. I guess it's just full. And of course, Facebook are horrible people to start with. Not the people on there, but the people that run it. They're horrible people. We tried to promote this, and they denied it. They said, well, we like the credit card companies to make that money. I said, okay, fine. Nothing I can do about it. They're horrible people. So now, if that's too much for you to sacrifice, I'm going to show you how that you can have at the end of 4 months $655.35. Now, don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Okay? Don't bite off more than you can chew. Because this all comes from you. You don't send it to me. You keep the money. It's your money. But I am going to hold you accountable. Whichever one you take, and you're going to take a commitment right now. Now, gosh, this is such an incredible program that it's going to take you to a whole new level with your money and your thinking. I am the only man in America, maybe the world. Tony Robbins says I'm the only one in the world. Bruce says I'm the only person he knows. He said he wouldn't do it. He said he has never heard of anybody that does motivational coaching that picks up the phone and calls the proteges and talks to them for 15, 20, 30 minutes. Most of them, last week was 30 minutes. How many of you talked to me last week on the coaching from the 100 MC Challenge? Could you just put yes on the machine? Put yes on your comment section. If you talked to me last week, if I called you last week and we did a review, yes. Lucy, yes. Mary Albert, yes. Terry Button, yes. Thank you, Terry. And I enjoyed our talk with Terry a lot. Suzanne Cezek, yes, I enjoyed that too. In fact, I enjoyed the conversation with all of it. But Tony Robbins told me, he says, I've never heard of any man or woman that does live telephone coaching. He says, how do you do that? I says, you take and assign about 30 minutes and you work your butt off all day long, about 10 hours talking to people every 30 minutes. I mean, we've been doing it. We've already done it. We do it every day. It's done. In order to get everybody in, you got to do it 7 days a week. So at our church tomorrow, I'm going to be coaching. So, and you know when your time is, so just set tight. You know when your time is for Monday. How many scheduled for Monday, by the way? If you're scheduled for Monday, type yes on your comment section. If you're scheduled for Monday. Janet, all right, good. If you're scheduled for Monday for me to call you personally, you saw how many I called. Anthony, I'm supposed to call. Patricia, I'm supposed to call. Okay, I'm on Tuesday. Brown's on Tuesday. Ethel Smith is Monday. Me and Carol already motivated us. Okay, today I spoke to you. Spoke to Bishop Bush today. I spoke to Bishop Bush today. I spoke to Bishop Bush today. I talked to him today. You know, you can only do so. Pam Gaddis is Tuesday. You won't find anybody. Tony Robbins says that there's nobody that does what I do when it comes to coaching. It's because that Jenny Lee is on the 29th. So you're scheduled out with appointments for me to talk to. If you took the 100-day MC challenge, you're going to get a phone call from me during this 100 days, and you're going to get it often, very often. So I want to show you, and you might want to start small, because when I tell you how much you've got to do, you may back out, but you are going to make a commitment on this phone today, on this line today. You are going to make a commitment on that. I guarantee you that right now. Now, don't you get becoming a coward all of a sudden. Don't you be such a big, tough person a minute ago, and now you're going to be a coward. Here's the challenge, okay? 65,535, 6,553.50, 3,276.75, and $655.35. Okay? Chicago, need to talk to you too about that. Now, this is what I'm working on, because I promised you this, was the law of multiplication. Okay? And by the way, please don't be on both networks. It takes up space, and we're over 185,000 people now on all of them. I need to put that up too, by the way, to encourage 185,000 people are watching live right now on all the networks. We're on several networks. We're not just on one, we're on several. Well, we're on 3, put it like that, 3. Now, let me tell you how that I can have you to have that money within 4 months. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you will take a penny. Are y'all listening to me? Are y'all listening to me right now? If you will take a penny, do you know what a penny is? They're supposed to stop making those. Did you know that it costs more for the government to make a penny than a penny's worth? Now, that's where they're trying to go, that new world currency system. I hope that Trump don't do it, but they need to stop making pennies. If you will take a penny, now you can do this with us. I'm going to tell you how to do it. If you will take a penny and just simply double that penny every day. For example, on day 1, you put a penny in the jar. On the second week, not day, second week, you put 2 cents. The third week, you put 4 cents. The fourth week, you put 8 cents. The next week, you put 16 cents. The next week, you put 32 cents. The next week, you put 64 cents. And on week 8, you put $1.28. You say, well, this is what, no, just wait a minute, buddy. Don't get so big for your britches, okay? On week 9, $2.56 you put in. Week 10, $5.12. Week 11, $10.24. Week 24, the next week, $20.48. So now you have 12 weeks. On week 13, you put in $40.96. On week 15, you put $81.92. On week 15, you put $163.84. And then, on the last week, if you would just take and double a penny every day, every week, at the end of that, you'll have $635.35. Put it back in a little jar somewhere at your house. Now, let's take a nickel. Everybody know what a nickel is? I'm trying to tell you how to get some money quick. I'm telling you how you can try to get some money quick, and you'll be going a lot quicker than you think. If you take a nickel, first week you put a nickel in. Second week you double it, which is how much? 10 cents. You double the 10 cents, 20 cents. You double the 20, 40. Of course, a nickel's going to be more faster than that. But when you get through with that, you'll have $3,267.75 in 4 short months. Okay? You want to take $1? Just $1. When you take $1 at the end of 4 months, that's not much. That's just, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Not 16 weeks. If you take $1, you'll have $65,000, $535 put back in a jar or a bank or wherever you want to put it in just 12 short weeks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is all very workable. Pick your choice. 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, or $1. And see, most coaches, they get so far out there with their mathematics and their boards and crap. This is simple. I want you to pick one now. Put it on the screen. You're going to take 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, or $1. You don't send it to me. You keep your money. It's your money. Which one are you going to take? Now, be reasonable about it. 1 penny, 5 cents, 10 cents, or $1. Put it up now while I wait. Okay? Now, that's very, very good. Now, we're going to go back and watch this program, and we're going to record your response. And we're going to see if y'all do that, and I'll be able to see that when we start this 7 steps to a strategic plan to financial freedom. And that'll be starting in about 30 days. We don't have it ready yet. It's not ready. We just decided to do it because it's going to help you. Now, you can take other amounts. You can take 25 cents. Somebody put on the screen over here on Facebook, 25 cents. You can take any amount you want to. But these are just the amounts that we came up with. 1 penny, 5 cents, 10 cents, or $1. If you will do this, at the end of this period, you will have $65,535 in your hand or bank account or wherever you want to put it. Now, would you say that that's good? If you would say that that's good, and Teresa, Graham, I want to tell you, you probably picked the best one. Because a lot of you are picking $1, but what you don't understand is that's going to get pretty, when you get closer to the end, it's going to get to be a little heavier money. Okay? So you better plan it ahead. That's very good. Very good. So I want you to consider this for you. You say, why are you doing this? Because I want you to see how easy it is to accumulate money. There's money everywhere. People are living the good life. People are taking fancy vacations, staying in Ritz-Carltons in the Four Seasons. They're flying on jets. I mean, they're living the good life. My question to all of you is, when is that going to happen to you? When is that going to happen to you? Okay? I want you to promise to do that, because when I come back to you with this next session about your personal money, that's what we're going to call this, your personal money. Now, we're doing that because people have asked us to teach them about personal finances, and many of them said my mother and daddy didn't teach them, and they don't know anything about it. So I'm going to show you little tricks. Now, this one here is simple. I've been doing this. I did this with all my grandkids. I had one of my grandkids that had over $50,000. I mean, it became a habit. And here's something else. Let me say this. For those of you that have children, would you just type yes on the screen, please, real quickly? We've got to end this broadcast. Those of you that will type yes on the screen that you have grandchildren, would you do that now? Yes, 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 yes. Either children or grandchildren. Yes, children or grandchildren. Yes, I said that wrong. I'm sorry. It's either children or grandchildren. I know that Lucy don't have any grandchildren, but she typed it up and then she changed it. But yes, yes. Almost every one of you have typed up that you have children or grandchildren. And the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll take this respectfully, is that you probably haven't taught your kids very much about money. Would you say I'm right? Say yes or no on the screen to be truthful. I don't say that to be critical of you, because you know I love you. Would you say that you really haven't taught your kids much about money? Now, I tell you how you've taught them. Every time that your daughter or son calls you and they say, hey, I need some money, you give it to them. So some of you have and some of you haven't, but the majority of you say that you haven't taught your kids much about money. Okay? And then I'd like to know what you taught them about money. That would be a good thing, because if you taught them to use a credit card every time that you use your credit card, believe it or not, you're teaching your kids to use a credit card. I know one thing you haven't taught your young kids to do, and that's to cook like Ann cooks from the South, because young people cooking these days is almost gone. Anyway, I don't want to get onto that. So it's important that we understand that we're going to take one of these. Now, I'm going to be back with you, and you'll see some promotions on it. And I really hope that you will take these seven evenings, 7 secrets to a strategic path for financial freedom, and receive these 2 books, 7 Secrets to Unlimited Wealth and the Financial Freedom book. See those over there? Yeah. So you'll get these books when it's time. It's not time now. Now, if you want to, you can sign up, you can pre-sign up, and we'll call you back and tell you when it's ready. But right now it's not ready. You can go to megamichael.com, megamichael.com. Go to megamichael.com, and you can register your name. There's a place there for you to register your name so that we can call you back and tell you that we're ready now to accept your enrollment. Now, let me say this. Because I'm going to be doing so much, I can't take everybody. So this is a pre-enrollment discount. If I was you, I would take advantage. And by the way, it's going to be real cheap. It's not even going to be expensive, because that's not what we're after money. If you think we're making any money, please, please, please understand. You don't make any money doing this because it's very time-consuming. Very time-consuming. We do it because we care about you and we want you to be successful. And we've had so many people to ask us. We're over 190,000 people now already. 190,000 people right now. You know somebody's interested in getting their personal finances straight. They're interested in getting their personal finances where that they're not fed up with life. I mean, now just let it go. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. So all I'm doing is teaching you how to manage your money. You don't send us any money. You keep all the money. We don't want anything. You don't send us nothing. Everything we do for y'all is free. Free. It's always been free from day one. Over 2,500 hours of coaching free. So we want to do this because people, as Patricia says, is beautifully put, some are screaming for help. They're screaming for help, and nobody will teach them. So I want you to receive the 2 books, 7 Secrets to Unlimited Wealth, and then Financial Freedom. I think you're going to find out that they're going to be amazing and that they're going to be wonderful, and we're going to help you get your finances in order. And you've already said that you'd like that. So, did you enjoy the session this afternoon about learning those two things, about the elimination of your credit card debt? And we'll go into more detail. I'll actually take yours and show you how to do it. So, if you enjoyed the session this afternoon, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's encouraging for us. And you'll get the two books, 7 Secrets to Unlimited Wealth, when the enrollment begins. It hasn't started yet, so we can't do anything now. So I believe that this is going to be great. I think it's going to be something that's going to help you. And by the way, those of you that would still like to join, thank you, Rose. Thank you very much. Patricia, thank you. Suzanne, thank you. Debbie Booth. Debbie Booth is my executive broadcast director. She does tons of work. My appreciation for her is absolutely unlimited. And many of you do, too. A lot of you do the work, but I doubt if you do the work she does. She's incredible. I want you to, if you get a chance, thank you. Thank you, Pauline. I love Pauline. We had a little mix-up in her telephone interview last week, and Pauline, I apologize for that. She can't receive incoming calls, and so it's very hard for us to call her. So she called us, and so, but anyway, we have it straight. We have her rebooked. So, Pauline, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow at church, by the way. But anyway, those of you that would like to take the 100-day MC challenge, you still have the opportunity to sign up if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, we understand, okay? But we're changing people's lives on that 100-day MC challenge. That's all done on megamichael.com. It's a web page. You don't have to maneuver or navigate through anything. It's easy. megamichael.com. megamichael.com. Melissa Hall, hello. Julia, hello. Oh, yeah, IEEA. Thank you, Julia, very much. The first class on IEEA has already started. By the way, those are online. If you missed the first semester, you can still take those. You'll have to take them online. Those are recorded and online, so you can still take the first semester. It's over. We're into the second semester now. They're every Monday night at 7 p.m. So we're excited about that. So, Jarrett Tripp. Hello, Jarrett. We appreciate all of you that's in the second semester of IEEA, the International Entrepreneur Empowerment Academy, and it's going great. It's going great. So we appreciate you being with us this afternoon. I pray that God will continue to bless you and your family, watch over you and protect you. We love you, and we want to see the best for your life. And we appreciate, thank you, Ruthie, very much. I love Ruthie and Jonathan. And I love that picture. Don't you ever take it down. If you do, I'm going to come get you. So we're very excited about that. And so I think it's going to be something that we're going to do. And we're still trying to figure out how that we're going to give away the free trip on the jet. We're still trying to work that, because that's going to have to be some kind of a drawing or something in front of people, because if you don't, you'd think it wasn't right. So don't forget about the 7 Secrets to Unlimited Wealth, and don't forget about financial freedom. You get an opportunity, you can go look at those. Right there. Now, by the way, if you go to the website, don't think about the price, okay? Don't worry about the price, because these are going to be free for you when you get it in the system, okay? So these are free. 7 Secrets to Unlimited Wealth, and then Financial Freedom. Right there's the books right there. Books are already done. Been teaching this for years. By the way, just to let you know, it came out of this course right here. This is the course it came out of right here. That's where I'm taking it from right there. It came out of this course right here. This is the. How many of y'all have seen this system before? Anybody ever seen this? Has anybody ever seen this system? Lucy Gonzalez, she says she has it. This is an incredible system. Now, I'm not asking you to get it or anything. I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just trying to tell you that it's an incredible system. And I'm taking these books out of this system, and that's where we're going to be teaching from. That's the system right there. So I think it's going to be. Now, these books aren't in there. This one is, but this one's not. Okay. All right. So listen, we had a great session. I don't want to keep you too long. Just want you to know I love you. By the way, don't forget Pamela Gaddis is working on that. Thank you, phenomenal system. Debbie Booth, amazing. Patricia, yeah, you need to be teaching that, Suzanne. Have your first seminar. We'll help you with it. Listen, I want to tell you something. Join us tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on Periscope for Potential Church. Tomorrow's message, get this, loaded. Tomorrow's message, loaded. You're going to love tomorrow, by the way. Loaded. All right? I appreciate you. You continue to pray for us. We'll pray for you. Just remember, when you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. We've got to get you guys out of debt. We've got to get you out of debt. Don't you agree? Don't miss tomorrow's program. I'm telling you. Invite a friend. We have Potential Church at 8 o'clock. Potential Church is 8 o'clock. I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. on Periscope for Potential Church. And then the Bible says, touch not the anointing and do my prophets no harm. You have to be very, very careful. Don't you be talking about your pastor. Don't you be talking about the person that's over you spiritually, whoever it may be at your church. God bless you. And remember, if I can change the way you think, then I can change the way that you live. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?